about the Toronto Raptors, how special their fan base is. Really, when you think about it, Canada much more associated with the great sport of hockey, but they love professional basketball.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby from the arc. Can't hit that one. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Oh, you're right. This fan base here in Toronto is terrific and certainly gets excited to cheer on their Raptors. They love them.
They do, and their theme is, quote, "We the North." You can truly tell how much these fans love the Raptors. Remember the scene in Jurassic Park outside the stadium, that special area when the finals were going on in 2019. It was pure pandemonium.
Now, here's Anunoby. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And so Simmons will bring it up for the Spurs. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
And here are the Raptors now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Here's Siakam, drilled from 11 feet out.
There's no hesitation in catch-and-shoot situations for Pascal Siakam. He has turned himself into a legitimate threat.
And it goes down 2 points. Simmons got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Anunoby. Noel with the block.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Here's Simmons. And Poeltl pulls it down. Toronto, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
And you look at Jakob Poeltl, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Van Vliet against Simmons. Poeltl trying to get open. San Antonio with the rebound. And Greg Poeltl has so many options to score inside.
And that's why he's such an efficient scorer, Kevin. Very composed at the rim. Doesn't need a lot of time to get his shot off inside.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
They're so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
Achua, he's checked in for Toronto. Trent comes in for OG Anunoby. Count that one from Van Vliet.
Rise and fire in the catch and shoot. Fred Van Vliet ready and willing.
Here's Simmons. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Trent. Another shot. Siakam misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Vassell finds Simmons. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Offline with his 3.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
That one good for 2. Simmons got 13.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
It's hauled in by Achua. At Raptors trail by 11. Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. There's the pass to Siakam. Over Noel. Achua. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And they double up Simmons. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for the Raptors. Van Vliet finds Achua. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That's his first foul. Chris Boucher's checked in for Achua.
Second team foul.
23 seconds left to play in the first. Passes to Boucher. Clock at 6. Inside, here's Trent. San Antonio with the rebound. Simmons got his 6th rebound on the night. The shot that time, not on target. Good defensive work there by Young. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's time for your Northside Crib.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. We've got Devontae Graham. Simmons is out there with Doug McDermott. Then it's Jones. And it's Whiteside in at the 5. And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And Kevin, little plays like that one will help them manage this lead heading into the half. How about the determination?
And Toronto making a change here. Pirtle's checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Collins is checked in. Now here is Pirtle. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. It's so hard, isn't it, Doris, to define Scotty Barnes' position? Point forward would probably, I guess that'd be correct.
I guess, Kev. And it almost doesn't matter, right? Because what we know about Scotty Barnes is he's got big-time talent. He can make plays. He can get downhill. He can rebound and run with the basketball in his hand. And think about it. He is a guy still with so much upside. Imagine when he locks in completely and understands the NBA game. Sky's the limit.
McDermott can't get it to go.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like Ed had his mind made up. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Achua, he's checked in for the Raptors. San Antonio also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Zach Collins. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for McDermott. He lobs it up. A dunk by Achua.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Jones with it. Now guarded by Pirtle. Whiteside against Trent. And it's Whiteside, that time on the assist by Johnson. Whiteside's got his first basket.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
This is where OG Anunoby is going to grow. That offensive game will expand to the mid-range.
Trent passes to Anunoby. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anunoby's got 5 now.
Oh, great ball movement there.
San Antonio calls timeout.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Right side. It's hauled in by Trent.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Barnes can't get it to go.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Pass to Bates Diop. Johnson with the bounce pass. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back, and here is Trent outside. Here's Siakam, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up, and the foul goes against San Antonio.
I think the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
The Raptors making a switch here. Van Vliet's checked in. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefines the point guard position.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Devontae Graham's checked in for the Spurs. Achua finds Siakam. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Anunoby. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs leading by 3. Graham with the ball. Picked up by Van Vliet. And it's Noel missing. The Raptors have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. That one falls. Siakam's got 5 points so far.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Sohan. Vassell with it. And here is Noel. Covered by Achua. Noel down low. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Look, he might have a wiry frame, but Nerlens Noel has deceptive strength. Makes the D look helpless there.
Some changes for Toronto. Young's checked in for Achua. And Chris Boucher's subbed in for Pascal Siakam. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for San Antonio. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Graham surveying the floor. Young with the steal. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Anunoby's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
The pass to Barnes. It's over McDermott. Here's Young. Can't tie it up as that one misses. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
McDermott dishes to Noel. The shot misses. And Toronto will come the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. It's good. This game is all even.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
McDermott kicks to Graham. Noel down low. Defended by Young. Young with the steal. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. A second chance effort. Misses the layup. Deflects the pass. He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's all tied in Toronto. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
24.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. For Toronto, the first quarter was not an easy one. They tried to get their legs under them and establish at least a little momentum, and at their lowest point in the period, they were facing an 11-point deficit. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. And Van Vliet out there with Anunoby. And it's Poeltl in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge play.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Now here's Simmons following the miss by Fred Van Vliet. Good work there as it goes.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Spurs. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. Noel finds Simmons. Back to Noel. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Noel's got 9.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
And the Raptors call time here.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways, maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
Trent's checked in for OG Anunoby. Puts it up from 12. Here's Poeltl. Van Vliet outside. They shoot again, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the contact on Poeltl, pretty clear there. The big man getting tough and gets the call.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he played.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
San Antonio leading. Up top, Simmons. Covered by Van Vliet.
Boy, what's better than Nerlens Noel playing with force on the interior? What a big reason he's earned this trip to the line.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Toronto, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And the dunk by Poeltl.
You could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Now here's Barnes after Ben Simmons' miss. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Poeltl.
This team loves it when Poeltl can make an impact on the offensive glass. There's a lot of ways he can get his points, but this is an easy one.
Now here's Simmons. 17 points in the game. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Ben Simmons playing fearlessly and getting to all the spots on the floor he's comfortable in.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Trent outside. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Simmons. Oh, and he jams it right over Pascal Siakam. Wow!
Yeah, Ben Simmons has the basketball on a string. How about that move, folks? Look out.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Makes it off the glass. Simmons got 10 points here in the second half.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the Raptors call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Young comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Chris Boucher's subbed in for Barnes. Then for the Spurs, Whiteside's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Johnson comes in for Doug McDermott. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Vassell.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
Simmons passes to Johnson. And they double up Simmons. Here's Whiteside. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got his third assist on the night. Raptors trail by 8.
And Doris, when you think Hassan Whiteside, what's the first thing that jumps into your mind?
Probably that lockdown defense, the ability as a shot blocker to intimidate people. Multiple seasons now, this is a guy who's led the league in blocks. Getting shots off around this guy is not an easy task.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Toronto shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Here's Trent. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And Simmons slams it in.
This close to the rim, Ben Simmons just leaves no doubt.
And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Trailing by 10. OG Anunoby's checked in for Fred VanVleet.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anunoby against Graham. Trent with the wide open look. San Antonio with the rebound. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. So both teams making some changes here. 11 seconds left in the third. And there's the drive. Knocks it loose. And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for San Antonio, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Collins. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Sohan in at the 4 spot. Now here's Simmons. Following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Well, this is exactly where Ben Simmons looks to become assertive. The closer he is to the cup, the more dangerous he is.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Siakam. He kicks it to Barnes. Tries from 10. And the rejection by Collins.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Vassell, the pass to Johnson. Here's Simmons. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. And taken away by Johnson. Fast break, here they come. Here's Simmons. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the Raptors making a change here. Hurdle's checked in. Nerlens Noel checks in for the Spurs. Now here's Van Vliet. Here's Barnes. And the rejection by Noel. Vassell with it. It's Noel atop the key. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Johnson dishes to Noel. Tries again. Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Toronto calls timeout.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
The Spurs making a switch here. Whiteside's checked in. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Van Vliet following the bucket by the Spurs. On the wing, Barnes. 6 to shoot. Trying to get something going.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin.
Siakam against Simmons. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Barnes. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
For 3.
First free throw is good.
And when the stakes get high and you need a big shot, we know how dependable Fred Van Vliet is.
It feels to me, Greg, like the bigger the moment, the more dangerous Fred Van Vliet is. We've seen him so many times knock down so many huge shots. Doesn't matter the setting, Eastern Conference Finals or NBA Finals. This guy, the very definition of fearless.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ben Simmons.
Hey, Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
Guys, if Ben Simmons can start to make these free throws, I think it opens up a world of opportunity. You don't have to duck the basketball late in game, and if you make a 15-foot jump shot, now you're a real threat.
And the rejection by Noel. Johnson outside. Pirtle with the steal. Barnes outside. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Here's Van Vliet after Ben Simmons' bucket. Takes it from 10. That one a little long.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
And Simmons slams it in.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now, here's Anunoby. Here's Barnes. Barnes with another miss. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Simmons. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play.
His first personal foul.
It's going to be on Siakam.
Shooting for San Antonio, Ben Simmons. One shot.
"17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. "15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the middle. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Poked away. Barton outside. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
That's the end
This
of the
crowd
game.
was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and